and that's what I'm here to do, make myself feel good on camera. But anyway, underneath the 247 mark, there is empty space. That leads us to 245. My goal would be to have weekly contracts set up either for the and we could get lucky, right? We could pop up, we could fill that empty space. It's a range. We could come back down kind of sideways or make a new high. And then we get an extra juicy signal by dropping underneath 251. So that being said, shorter expiration contracts to here, longer expiration contracts through here to here, trim here, out here. Unless the market's fucking falling underneath our feet, then maybe we hold a little bit. But I will take requests in just a moment. Yeah. But anyway, that again, when I see something like this, it's almost a primal response to this type of setup. I'm going to, because this is the type of setup that if I was to flip it upside down, that's easy money, motherfucker. Excuse my language, but I mean this. Do you see it now? In fact, hold on. Now that I just flipped it upside down. Oh shit. Is that for real right now? Hold on. Your boy might have to speculate on that today. I may have to dive into the abyss. Could easily go for a break and rip dick, but I could hedge myself so easy on that. Okay, anyway, sorry. That sure is getting me all hot and bothered. Okay, so let's go ahead and quickly go over the ETFs as a whole, because I think this is a pretty interesting end of day. So we did open up outside of this area of consolidation. Manny and I's target this morning of 612 did get hit. And of course, as we stand right now, we are sitting right up against those highs. Now, I might be wrong for calling this a box. And I thought about that earlier because at the end of the day, 2 rejections off the top and only 1 on the bottom, as far as a bounce is concerned, doesn't necessarily make that a box. But you did fill up all of your empty space. And this is a point where one, yes, could speculate on a retest tomorrow morning around 6:08. However, because you are closing up against the highs and sellers are not stepping up with just a simple gap up overnight, we will likely see 615. And we are back in the highs. Potter the Scarecrow. Does this hat come with a dental dam? That's actually crazy. So you're banned. I'm just kidding. Anyway, leave my hat alone. That being said, if you're looking for a setup on this tomorrow, is the setup more leaning towards the upside? Yeah, it is. That's just what it is. Is there empty space underneath us? Yes, as well. So, by the end of the day, if we don't see, maybe we see a pullback, and that would be really, honestly pretty dope because we have a little box right here that we're currently sitting on cost basis, and then a new high trigger directly up above us. So as you can see, it wouldn't be that hard to end up gapping up. Oh, Lord. I just saw that comment, T-Bone. That's too funny. So as we get closer to the end of the day, you're free to place your bets and explore. I think IWM takes a little bit of risk off the table, but we'll go over that in just a second. SPY also had a pretty damn good day, shooting up into that 50% mark of the range above. You can see that right here, or if you get rid of everything, right at the previous highs. So if we're looking for SPY to make that new high, it would be nice to see a gap up over 670, 250, although that's not impossible to do. As everything, now, whenever I take a trade to the upside and we've been ripping or holding onto a floor, it makes me happy because, yeah, I can very well hedge myself for that empty space, worst case scenario. Not always do the contracts agree with that, but yeah, for those of you guys on TikTok, Take a look at that bad boy right there. Sheesh. Sheesh. Anyway, all right. So SPY up against the highs. It does not have any remaining empty space whatsoever. So it's either all-time highs or we die. And in fact, it's pretty interesting. I think we're holding that we're sitting right up against that very same floor. So use the empty space. If this ends up happening tomorrow, like say we gap up and then gap fill and keep spilling, you can use those 5-minute triggers to trade this down. Yeah, that's gold. That's gold. All right. Last one, last but not least, as I was just saying, there is, and right now it looks like we're about to possibly break up into the highs as we speak. You've got 3 taps here at the top. You've got a nice little build here at the top. I also see a channel here that you have been traveling in, part of a channel. That channel comes down here. So it's definitely a 248.69. If we could do that by the end of the day, make it a little bit easier to take that short. Now, again, on the 24-hour candle close here, are we still in range? Yes. Do we have empty space directly up above us? Also, yes. Does that empty space turn into kind of trash water? Because, well, not trash water, but we do have a range / box directly up above us. So if you're waiting on this one, no rush, because ultimately this empty space right here will be taken, I don't think that happens overnight at all, over the 249.30s. As of right now, yes, I have spotted a downtrend, and so that 248.77 seems pretty likely. When the time arises, as I just said before, I am going to short the living dog shit out of IWM. But right now, I might speculate on those by the end of the day, right? Looking at that 243.76, looking at that 240, that's fine. But please don't jump the gun when something, what you're doing is, again, don't lead with fear of missing out. I don't think this, unless Trump goes nuts, but that's a billionaire's. I think, yeah, he only put like 59 grand into this position. So make sure to pay your taxes. All right. Now, from here, again, we'll keep an eye on these ETFs as we get closer to the end of the day. Tomorrow, we don't really have much of anything, just some FOMC members speaking, but we do start off some pretty decent earnings going into, where is it at? There it is. Going into this week. Today, not much, just a bunch of, I don't know what that is, but tomorrow morning, we do have Coca-Cola, GE, Lockheed Martin, RTX, 3M, Pulp Group. And so we'll take a brief second to kind of just brush through those really quickly. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on them. Coca-Cola is not going to get my money. However, it does have empty space directly up above it to that $70 target. I see that is possible, but probably not on earnings. I already know the deal with this one. It doesn't move like I typically want it to. Doesn't mean it can't now. It has before, but it had empty space up above it. That it does not have now. GE also has earnings. GE Aerospace. I remember when they were GE Electric, but then they changed to Aerospace. That being said, this one is, obviously overextended. Ton of you're up at the highs as well. So this is obviously something where we're kind of not going to take it. I'm not going to anyway. Lockheed Martin has earnings. Again, the first question is, does it respond? No. Kind of. A lot of downside. Okay, so you do have some decent reps. So you do have empty space up above you. You did come back down and retest 468. So I could say a 530 target directly above you on Lockheed Martin. Am I going to take it? Probably not. The contracts are typically expensive. Again, we are this week especially looking for, if you are interested in going to Universal Studios in Orlando next year, more than likely in the spring. trying to target spring break, but we're doing that $500 account thing. So, obviously, I'm taking great care as we move through these earnings. All right. Perfection is what is needed. I haven't looked at MMM for a while, but man, does that thing actually look pretty hint up? Does it move on earnings? Is a good question. No, not really. That was fucking crazy. I think that was a shot up into weekly empty space. It very much was. This is a shot into all-time highs. Huh. Normally, I don't do this, but might have to take a look at this one. I don't think this is going to be a small account trade, but I do want to see what the contracts are on this. The bias would be obviously to the upside. Reason being is you've spent this whole time building on top of that previous resistance and right up underneath the highs. I would say 180 is the most tangible target directly up above us. Those are 14 cents. Okay. All right. You convinced me. Spread's a little wonky.
Would you advise this for small account or no?
No. Nope. I would not.
No problem.
I mean, if you're
Stay your ass away from it.
yeah, if you're new or small account stuff, no, I don't know if I really would want to. I mean, the contracts aren't terrible, but it's not the kind of setup that I would want to risk.
Yeah, it's just I was
You're
just
not
asking
ready
the
yet, golf
universal
man.
play.
Not ready. It's crazy.
There's plenty more, buddy.
We need a sound bar for the universal play.
There you go. That's a good idea. Yeah. Does day trading require more capital initially? If you want to actually make money, it's better to have more capital, but you also need to be really good at trading because then you'll just lose all your capital. But yeah, like if you watch how Manny trades. Manny trades. I mean, he bought like 50 fucking contracts of AMD this morning, but he also got out lightning fast. Whereas, holy shit, did it hold that high? It did hold that high. Yeah. I would have swung those, but all right. All right, let's go over the watch list as quickly as possible. I think I got the rest of those. I didn't really see anything too juicy. We do have Netflix. I mean, again, I do like Netflix potentially for earnings. However, the Netflix contracts are also, from what I saw earlier, kind of juiced. Yeah, those are fucking crazy. So, ugh. TXN could have a good earn. Ooh. 194 if it goes. And then honestly, I could put that empty space up above it. Downside would be 165. How much are those? Yeah, we're looking right now. Damn. Damn. Expensive. All right. I think we're good on that. Well, I don't really see anything else of great interest. ISRG. Nope. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and brush through this really quickly, or as quick as possible. Why make post-it notes if they're not going to post? All right, ACHR today did bounce, so not touching it. Netflix obviously was on the watch list, but has already started making its move. I do think this one, can set up if it goes. Right now, I'm thinking it might go to 12.55 by earnings tomorrow. based on how the candle closes. And obviously that puts it up as a potential rip to the upside into the 1350s. Trump is tearing down the east wing of the White House right now to replace it with his ballroom.
I thought it was a throne room.
Yeah. Don't get me started.
Nah, it's the
All
boom
right.
boom room.
He's
I don't
gonna
think
put a round table in there.
I don't think he has boom boom rooms. I think he has slip something in your drink rooms. Anyway,
That was a great movie.
boom boom, come back to my room. You guys want to see something
Take
weird?
you to an island. Take you to an island room.
Watch this.
Boom boom room or what?
Watch this. Tell me who this guy is.
What the fuck?
Potter.
It's crazy that you knew that was there.
Yeah, I knew that was there. It's like he didn't look like me,
Was
but
that-
I'm not even
He
lying.
looks like you kind of, bro.
When I saw this picture, brother, I thought someone had put my face on this album. This,
Yo, is that
listen,
your
We
long
don't do
lost
that.
twin?
We don't do that stuff.
one of my
He's
friends
got your
bought.
hair.
Yeah, one of the dudes fucking bought this album, like in vinyl, and sent me a picture of it. And he was like, "Bro, I bought this because I saw it looked just like you." And he never gave it to me, and I haven't heard from him in years. What's he doing with that album?
Version of
He's
Potter.
been in his room, boom booming.
Boom boom. I mean, just to name an album, boom boom. Let's go back to my room. Daring. While you're holding a fucking lightsaber, oiled up. The 80s were brave, bro. Everything was fueled by something.
That was pre Diddy.
It was pre-Diddy, dude. Everybody was Diddy back in the day. All right. Anyway, sorry. CMG also on the watch list. This one is setting up, building nicely, but still needs a little bit more time. We're cooking. Patience. Target had a decent day today, going and hitting my first target. We talked about that. 92, of course, on the 24-hour. Still in need of some. Don't fucking do it now. 3 rejections on the top. 3 rejections on the top. 3 rejections on the top. Do I need another signal? Hold on. IWM. Excuse me, guys, while I touch this guy. 247. Oh my God, those are so cheap. Give me $1 billion.
Did you just say touch the sky?
Yeah. Hold on. Excuse me. Oh my God. All right. I'm in 247 puts.
For today?
Yeah. Do you see how fucking cheap those are? Don't buy them now. Buy a different one. Yeah, I'm no guarantee here, but I see a pocket of empty space to give us a move down to 247, 39, which would be my first take profit here. We're going to move to the 3-minute to get a little bit more of a strategic angle here. We got a little box right there. That's the only thing that we can bounce off of. We just did. My life is ruined. I'm in financial shambles. That's an iconic song. Hell no, dude. I've never heard that song in my life. All right. Anyway, target looking okay. Still needs more time. I already have a position, but I am still waiting. Come back here. That was the wrong chart. There we go. Java is also on the watch list, but no movement today, so no position there. Again, see how I just move on? I don't force it. BYND, just checking on it for you guys. I was unable to grab this, but hopefully you were able to. Punch back this morning. It did give you a brief pause. Nice, a lot of consolidation, but has broken out over that 125, so you still got plenty of empty space to get to that 196. Tesla is obviously on the watch list because of the earnings this week. A lot of us already have a position here. It did gap up over that wall. I went ahead and dumped half of the puts. However, I expect those to rise in IV a little bit. That being said, this isn't a signal for anything yet. Obviously, earnings is still the main focus. TTD, which also had a pretty killer day. That one had a nice punch back up over 5180, so it's nearing a potential punch over 5380, but more or less I'm focused on earnings with this setup. It also is just spotted this, actually. has this little weird channel here. Again, we'll take that with a grain of salt. One could also call this, if you're a pattern junkie, a inverse head and shoulders, which is the only pattern that I take into any sort of consideration, but still use my strategy to trade it. So TTD needs to have alerts set on it. I would be looking at the 57 or 5350s or 5350 trigger there. eBay, surprisingly, congratulations if anybody already took this. I took this one with somebody. I don't know who the fuck I took this with last week. Somebody asked me about it, and so I grabbed it, and we're on our way. We're on our way.
I asked you about it, but I never took it.
Are you the one who asked me about it last week?
I believe so. I had it charted and everything.
Yeah.
If not, I asked you about it before that.
Damn. Yeah. So that's thanks for that one. Give you a tip. Pause. All right. Anyway, so 50% of that empty space is right here. So I expect 96.13 tomorrow. Maybe the whole enchilada, the whole eBay lotta. Yeah, but it does have earnings coming up, obviously towards the end of the month. But I'm gonna, if you want to, well, nobody took this with me, so never mind. Yeah, that's honestly pretty clean. Reddit had a pop today and then pulled back, and so whatever play that we were hoping to take on this one, we actually, funny enough, it's not bad. And when the time comes, now that that empty space has been filled and previous resistance in that box has been hit, obviously there's still room for some downside, but that upside play will be delicious. But that is unfortunately not on the radar at the moment. 207.71 on the 2 hour, 1 hour would be a good spot to look for a candle close to try to get us up and into the 238s. Loving it. We're loving it. We're fucking loving it, guys. We're loving it. It's not McDonald's, sorry. So far so good as we take off into empty space. Again, we talked about the layovers that were likely going to occur at this point. So here we are. Check your bags, have a snack. If you're in the Atlanta airport, go to that room that you can smoke in. It's cool. But we are looking for hopefully a gap up overnight and a move up into the 3540s going into tomorrow. So it looks pretty good. Is it too late to enter love? Technically, no. No. 3550. All right, IWM. I can only tolerate so much more. I ain't letting go yet, though. I don't think I'm going to let go until we actually get back up above that. Basically, 248. I'll let it go. Yep. All right. Very good. Pretty weak right now. We'll see. We're getting close. Alrighty. That's about it from me. If you have anything you would like for me to take a look at, please go ahead and do so. If you're on TikTok, the Ivy is open up the flash sale, 10 spots. So first come, first serve. That's on the posted in the Discord, I think on as well on the website. All right.
Were you here earlier when I said I caught a 250%er on SoFi?
Damn, dude. Not bad.
Little 2 hour empty space, or maybe not empty, but empty-ish. Caught it over the weekend.
Oh, dude, great job. Oh, shit. Hold on a second. I'm watching this 40, see if we're going to get a close here. I think we are. Yeah, 3 cents. So not really too worried about it, but I'd like to see if we can get that. No, you're going to retest 248 first. Yeah, it didn't lose this floor. That's okay. I don't take a lot of it. That seemed like a good little game. I'm going to leave that on the table. Yeah, I wouldn't lose sight of that. That still can go. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled on it. All right, if you have anything you want me to take a look at, please drop that now, and we shall take a peek. All right. What does that mean? That's not a bad chart. I think this range over here could probably be extended. You see there's kind of points of contact up there. Empty space is clear. So yeah, it's not a bad chart. I mean, I don't really need to look over this. You maybe raise that up to the candle closes. So push outside of that candle close. You have the wick right there. That has to be a level. But yeah, you're aiming 236 there. So let's see, DK and G. So kind of going according to plan. Now it was easy to kind of skedaddle out of, but this is doing exactly what we kind of talked about. That being said, it was a solid play to the upside, but now maybe spending a little bit more time in this area of consolidation. Son of a bitch. Potter, most handsome trade. Man, get out of here. Oh my God. Will you guys stop it? Jesus Christ. Making me feel weird. Feel like I got indigestion. That being said, I'm not really interested in this until we get out or above this box, and that could put us send us in the right direction. So I do like the setup, but I do think this one needs a little bit more cooking. And in fact, I also believe there's a channel that could be applicable, and that would bring you down to around 33. So let it cook, but let it drop fast, and we could take it again. I'm just joking. All right. G sit? Doesn't sound real. Oh. Okay. I can't call for puts, man, when you're above everything that you need to be above. Now, I don't know if is this all-time highs. It is. So you're going against the grain. That's the period end of story. Now, I don't want to crush your dreams, but if you want, if this is going to happen, you're going to have to map this all out on a much lower time frame. Come on, IWM. Do it for a player. Do it for me. So what do you have in front of you on the 5-minute? You've got a box trying to be reclaimed, but honestly, the 1550 punchback would be what I would be focused on there. So I have no idea what that is, Jazzmaz. Are you talking about in the Discord? Yeah, you'll have to follow up on it. I wasn't aware. All you need is that Hawaiian shirt to look like that One Piece anime. Oh yeah, true. All right, let's see. Drago, that's all you, man. That's a vision quest you're about to go on. John? God damn it. Jonathan. I mean, yes, there is empty space up there. Yes, this thing is absolutely adamant on holding your lows. I mean, you've been fighting over this one, but hanging on to that one. With this much tension and the empty space up above you, again, does it happen on earnings? Not so sure, but 11 or 13.11 looks like the target to get you into that 1650. So KMX. You made 30K on GSIT. Nice job, dude. Yeah, had some pretty big gains here today. Oh my god. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I gotta put that up. Oh, disgusting. Amanda, how are you doing? All right. Will BYND keep going? Well, I sure hope so.
I remember when he was excited to talk to me like that.
Excited to talk to who like that? Oh my god. That was before you started going on these long ass Tesla manic rants. I got scared.
When it works out, you're not going to complain at all. So let's
I
just
mean,
think
it
about
has.
that and move on.
But I would have been able to do it without the you know what I mean? Like, but I think what it does is it adds it adds the zest. You know, you're the zest. Like we don't. The dish doesn't need lemon zest, but it looks really good. You know, when it has it on there. Like I wouldn't serve the dish without it. So you're important. You know, I'll zest you later. You know what I mean? I don't think he does. I don't think he knows what that means. That's fine. We'll teach him. Him and T-Bone. Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to. What the fuck? Hold on. Sorry, guys. 1 second. There we go. That's a sick ass book. Oh, God. Inspirational. All right. CarMax is up. Obviously, you got the right look, right? We got that empty space up above us. Let's take the look at the weekly, maybe the monthly, right? Okay, so far the month's not over, but man, is this really how we want to be responding to this floor? Not so much. The weekly time frame, you're at the candle close and you're not responding all that much. So something has to give. Now you still have a floor over here that you're settled on, so it's not impossible for you to obviously reverse this, but something needs to happen relatively soon. Now on the 4 hour, this is where this doesn't get so complicated, but you end up having a nice little range, 44 being the cost basis, a pocket of empty space above you, and a punchback over 46.65 into that empty space. It could be that this ends up being a little bit more of a chopping ground if you do bounce, because obviously you haven't really seen the response that you want. But I do like this a lot, actually. So finally watched most of your videos on YouTube and learned so much. Thank you. La Bambina. La Bambina. Sweet. I'm glad that helped. Yes, thriving-ish. Yes, I am. Let's see here. Yeah, yeah. What is that weird flag you got next to your name? Is that custom? Yeah, it's custom. Gotta look at a map, my boy. It's Palestine. All right. We've got Intel up. Papa. You're just like Papa. I like it. I mean, you guys know that me, you, Ruben, I'm sure there's Chad. Chad. Where's Chad? Is he too rich for us now?
Papa Chad?
Papa?
Papa Chad?
He's not here,
Papa
dude.
Chad?
Oh, no, he is. I didn't spot him. Daddy Chad GPT.
No, he had a meeting or something. He was here all day. He just left an hour ago.
Yeah, he's looking into Tesla superchargers.
Oh, we just need to hear that Chad Daddy voice, dude.
That's funny.
All right.
What's
Yeah.
up, Chad?
I was just making.
Chad, you bet.
We're looking at INTC.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I still have my
Don't
equity.
they have earnings?
That's my baby. Yeah,
Who,
AJ. No,
Chad?
that's the guy you want
Chad?
to talk to, is AJ. What's up, Juan?
Not much.
You guys all
Oh
banging it
nah,
today?
that's a go ahead, Chad. Go ahead. No, Israel
No, I'm
isn't
good. I just
real.
was
It
seeing how you
isn't
guys are doing.
real. Isn't real. It's in the name.
It
Yeah,
I
is
need to
pretty
get my work
coldly.
done so I can go watch Game
yeah. We
7.
don't. If you're a Zionist and you're in my live right now, I would like for you to go. I don't like. I think you're like the worst people on the planet.
Oh yeah, fuck.
So
INTC's looking really
yeah,
good.
we don't care. It's too late. The
I
world's
assume
already
you're still in
learned
those
about the
calls, Chad.
atrocities that you're
Yeah, I
associated
still have
with, and we'll
20
never fucking
contracts
forget.
in equity.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Yeah,
kicking
you
myself.
still got the
I'm still
January
holding.
30s, right?
Allah
Yeah,
Akbar.
that's the ones I'm in. I just didn't get equity. That's what I'm kicking myself on. But I'm still holding the
Yeah.
calls.
I got equity, but I got 15 left of the January 30s, and I got several other strikes
There it is, right
bought
there.
as it's went up.
All right, Alex, come on. Jesus
Yeah, I have
Christ.
20 of the 30s. 20 of the January 30s. January 30s, and then
Yo, who hit
5
that
of the 4th.
sound bar? I thought I was dying, bro.
Oh, hold on. Chad's talking. What were you saying?
I
I just
said, who
answered
hit that
Katie's asking
sound
me.
bar? I thought I was dying.
Nah, Chad, keep going. Not
Did it,
you interrupted
did it
Chad.
again,
Or Cade.
Stelio.
Yeah, you interrupted Cade.
No. You interrupted Chad, Stelio.
We're
God damn
good.
it.
Wait.
We're good, Stelio.
No, I
Stelio
think
almost died because I guess that Allah Akbar, I can't
he
even say
did.
it.
He was just sitting there. He thought he was like about to leave his body. That's mad funny, dude.
It's time.
Sorry, y'all. Just working on my jokes. Just working on my jokes.
There's so many. Your last comment just got me likes. Also, why is
We'd
there
love
so
to
many
hear what
fake
Chad was
versions?
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
I want it, Chad. Tell us. Give us one wisdom, Chad. No, I got out of the IWM. I got out. I was wrong. I tried it 3 rejections, and I was kind of double checking my work there. That was 2 rejections off the top. That one didn't fade all the way, so it's all right. Little $2-3 contracts. I'll fucking do it again though.
My
Yeah,
wisdom for the day is every one of you should buy Pan W 250s for December and January.
for the
Holy
summer
cow,
and
not
Jane.
Rivian. Chad's wanting that early retirement.
Damn.
I want you
All
to
right.
bump up my contract.
You want me to? Oh
I
my
got you, Chad.
god.
We
They're
got it.
still half price.
Oh boy. All right. Let's keep this moving here. Deck. Yeah, I could definitely see that staying inside of its weekly range. How right now you fell down to the wicks and you're at the floor. So this is either a grand retest or you're looking to move right back up. So in order for that to occur and for you to move into that said empty space, you have a nice little area of consolidation right here with a median at 103. Over 103, you could be looking for the 107 first, and then the rest of that empty space would be clear. So that would be step 1. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, not so many overhead. So with the empty space up above you, you could definitely be looking at an extension beyond that. However, if they're not able to find the buyers they need, and this is a retest, 87.33. BA looks like it's making the move up. Yeah, I see a move to 225.27. That's what I see. It's building the way it should. It's fucking BA. Squeeze your cheeks, pray to your God, and let it go. If you're gonna take it, that's it. That's it. There's really nothing. I mean, if you have it at the end of the day closing like this, yeah, I can't hate it. So AMD down. So have we lost? No. Right? You're turning that resistance into cost basis, which may mean, in fact, I would say this looks like one of these, possibly. Now, if you, because I could be wrong, right? If this pops up first, that's where I would look down. If it pops down fast, retest 238.18, and I would look for a bounce. If that fails, okay. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to erase all of this Hold on. I'm doing something with IWM right now. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Full porting up.
Just having fun.
Thanks for scooping up those.
You're welcome. Did you see that? Did you feel that? That's what happens when you buy 150. Ugh. Nah, after live, I got a funny story to tell you guys. But I'll tell you in a minute. About the chickens. All right. So anyway, I mean, you could do this now, right? If this loses its floor, you could try that now. So I think I might swing something on IWM, but I'm telling you right now that this looks like if it does stay the way it is right now, it'll pull back into that 247.50, which you could look into that. But as of right now, a lot of earnings stuff. Love is still going well. eBay is going well, up 100% on that one. Yeah, I mean, so far so good. Oh my god. Huh? Oh yeah. But yeah, nothing really new. I'm just looking to speculate on the ETF, I think. ETF, excuse me. I did. Yeah. I'm watching IWM right now. I mean, you can always do this for tomorrow, but again, it's why are you doing this? Okay. Alrighty. PayPal. UPS. That one does get added to the watch list. That one does get added. And as much as I fucking can't stand the stock sometimes, I gotta add it. Now, today, I don't think I'm gonna take it. I was just looking at it with all of the empty space up above it, with the candle close. It's got earnings, right? And I think that's, yeah, the 28th. It looks like an earnings play. So if you want to position yourself for that, that's got to be next week then. Yeah, it's next week. But I do like it. What I would like to see is a pullback tomorrow and a retest around 85.75, but hold the range. I am going to take UPS more than likely on earnings. Matt has Mattel. Yeah, they do have earnings. Their empty space is limited. That's one of the reasons I'm not super excited about that one. Earnings movement overall is trash. Mostly trash. Lots of trash. So no, I don't think this is something I would really be intrigued. If anything, maybe 15.95, but yeah. I don't like F. Personally, that's a personal choice. For earnings in particular. Now, if Ford, which I'm not gonna, again, it's a personal preference. It's not that the chart isn't any good. You have been in this long-standing area of consolidation for fucking ever, since 2022. You do have empty space in the most recent price action to your left, right? All the way at 18. So if that's what you're planning on doing and that's what you're aiming for, do your thing, right? The next target up above you, besides that 13.23, would be a smooth $14.50, $15. So, all right. You think UPS revenue went down a little because of tariffs? I don't know. I don't care. If I'm being 100% honest with you, maybe, but people still shipping stuff. There's also actually a lot of tariff loopholes that these individuals are finding. So,
You mean tacoing?
not so much. I mean, the
Yeah, that's
tacos
definitely a
good.
different thing.
Yeah, Yes, I am still in Tesla straddles. I did release some of the downside today, but I am in a Tesla. Yes.
Yes.
That's gross. Google. I don't see any reason why that can't just keep ripping. I think on the channel I have a target of 272. That's all. I can't really give you anything else though.
Can't send in my chart, but Microsoft looks good for an earnings play.
Almost looks short. Kind of looks like this, but we didn't really see any movement down. You just retested the nearest support, which on this one you actually do have pretty far away one at 462. And that's because of the empty space up above you. You know, you're going to have to look at a psychological target. You've already hit 555. So, oh my God. Look at Manny. Crazy. Oh, no. It's just Atlas bigger. Oh Lord, don't get me down that. Don't. No. Riot, I can't sign off on Mara or Riot anymore. There is nothing left for me here. These charts are dead in my eyes. There is empty space on a lower time frame to 32, but that's not going to happen until you reclaim 2450. Do I teach trading techniques? I teach people how to trade using my strategy. Yes, that's what I do, to be independent traders.
Did you skip my chart?
What chart? Oh, no. No, I didn't skip it. I just wasn't looking over there.
Okay, no, just asking. No rush.
That would technically be a poxit.
I was gonna make it bigger, but it didn't have enough touches.
You gotta touch it a few more times, Juan.
Do you want to touch it?
Oh my
I'll
God.
gladly touch it for you.
Lord
Where you want
have
me to touch
mercy.
it at?
All right, can we just please not? Oracle looks like you are not responding to your floor. You're just not. That being said, candle close underneath 275.10 or gap down overnight, and yes, you have fallen through a lot. This is, 50% has been lost. So, I mean, I could definitely see this one making a stretch, and the channels, whatever, but somewhere in the 266, but more or less 260 range.
You like?
Yeah.
I already took it, but I just want to see what you
Just
think
need a
about it.
gap down. You're not really responding very well. Obviously, you got to know that above the 279, you're probably going to go reach up and retest, which for Oracle wouldn't be that surprising. And then you probably lay down. But no, I mean, with that big of a approach, with that much momentum, it's just like the upside, right? Like
Right.
that looks pretty flawless. So.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Price target on IWM overnight is 248.75. And to the upside, to the downside would be 247.37. So I am multitasking like a motherfucker right now. Give me 2 seconds. I don't like the video because of its lack of empty space. It's one of the most major things here is it just doesn't have that. Yes, it did punch down. Yes, it still has a gap above today's high. So above today's high, 185.30, that play is in order, and you've tapped it 3 times. Underneath your low of 181.75, that's where staying in range / retesting down would be in order. Yeah, and I mean with IWM, it would be kind of perfect if we would see a gap up overnight. So, because then that would set us up to gap fill. TTD is nearing earnings, and yes, it's looking better and better. 3 taps is typically within a box when we're looking for a break. 9 times out of 10, we're going to see a break after. If it's 3 on the bottom first and 2 on the top, then upside. If it's kind of I think eBay went past the. Yeah, eBay is kind of a good example of that. In this example, you have 1, 2, and 3. You have 1, 2, 3, big dip, 4. And so at that point, we've gone past that third one. And on the third one, in fact, you do go down, right? It's not like it didn't do it. It did do it. It did break the low, but it ended up pulling itself back up, retesting, hitting it for the third, and then moving right back down to retest the floor. So as it goes for that fourth approach, 1, 2, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom, 3 on the top. Okay. And that's the same thing when it's 2. Stocks with more volatility and trading volume will adhere to the 2 to 3 rule more than something like eBay, which is not your daily trader. Does not have the same trading volume. Why? Because lower volume stocks need to accumulate more before making bigger moves. All right. IB Social, great job, man. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I've been watching you, dude. You're killing it, man. Congrats, brother. Yeah, I'm happy for you. That's great. All right, let's see here. CRM does have empty space. So, again, I can't take that away. I think on the weekly, we talked about this one being a little bit clearer there. You are up against the floor. Cost basis will be your first target at 264.75. Beyond that, if you're looking for a bigger play, obviously all the way into the 310s, but longer expiration would be needed for something like that. Thanks for going live, of course, man. Yeah, you got to put in the work though. So, give yourself a pat on the back. Just because I give you the strategy doesn't mean you got to put in the work. Badger meter? What the fuck is that? Spaces. It's not bad. I mean, this thing can get moving from what I can see here in the past. So, I mean, great close. If you're looking for a break over 193. I don't really even see anything. And I see this old box, which would just basically, yeah. So you would have 205 and 212. I have done Tesla, yes. If you're on TikTok, be sure to tap your screen.
Sorry, I missed it a little bit. So you said you see a gap up, right, with IWM?
For
That
IWM,
little gap to the downside doesn't scare you on like a 2-hour or 4-hour?
is he turning into a demon for you guys, or no? Is that just me?
I mean, kind of asking for calls, but
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I have sinned. Well, who is anybody else hearing this? Hello?
No.
No.
I mean, he did sound a
TikTok
little
or
chunky, but
either.
That sounds normal for you guys? What the fuck?
You certainly look like a scarecrow guy.
Thank you. Okay, now it works. No, for a second there, my headphones fucked up, and whoever was talking, it sounded like the Underlord. I swear to God, I was talking in fucking demon tongues. All right. So do I see a gap up for IWM as of right now? It's hard not to. It's hard not to. Yeah. You've got a box up here. You've got a floor that you have yet to retest. You got empty space technically within the box. So yeah, that would be where. If you take a play on IWM, the obvious edge is 240. And yeah, we're closing up against 248, unless something happens here the next 2 seconds.
What if it's all time high? What would be your strike?
If it's all time highs that we make,
Yeah.
the 255s probably, but you would need to be out a couple of weeks on that. Hold on 1 second.
I would just wouldn't it be safer to just aim for like a normal IWM move, like a couple dollars up, if you're doing tomorrow's?
1 second, hold on.
No, I'm okay. I'm just saying.
Sorry, I gotta.
Oh, you're buying contracts right now. He's buying contracts, y'all.
251s are only $11.
Yeah.
Calls your puts, bro. Come on, cough it up.
251 was my extreme target for today.
Yeah, that's the median here at 50% mark above us. I think this doesn't happen all at once, but 250.66. If we look at the 3-minute, the higher time frame has empty space, but that's where the empty space ends. 5 minutes true too. So at this point, yeah, a small gap up and then a retest down, that could set us up. The play that I want right now, and again, I'm trying to stay within a reasonable price range for anything that's weekly, but 245. And what we'd be looking for is obviously if we gapped up, a pullback and then move back underneath this 248. But again, this is one of those setups that because of the empty space and the gap underneath it, and the fact that we've exhausted 240, we either A, have to go into all-time highs. That's the way I feel about this right now. We have to. Why'd you bounce there for the 4th time if you're not going to go into all-time highs? So if I see failure in any area, obviously losing something that you've gained, that's where I'm going to step in. All right. Yeah, market is closed, obviously. SoFi. That was a great bounce. Great move off a cost basis. Solid candle close. Good gap up. You're closing out basically up against these red candles. So yeah, you possibly are looking for a break tomorrow. Looks like you have lower highs right there. I would be looking at the wick and balance at 29.30 and of course the highs at 29.50 for a break. Oh man, PayPal's fucking wild. So you punched down. First of all, you punched up, then punched down after filling that empty space. Now you are recovering. So as far as I'm concerned, it's here at 70.60 that it would be of the most interest. You have recovered the floor, but that is your next overhead resistance. Past that, yeah, because he's 74.90. The Sky Guy. Yeah, man. Welcome, dude. Skybot, he's a long-time TikTok viewer. Shout out to Pops, by the way. That's a cool dad, man. I'm not gonna lie. After you told me that, I was like, dude, yeah. I'm not one to judge, but that sounds like a cool ass dad, All right. Good judgment. Yeah, I think we did that'll be on the YouTube video tonight. All right. Talk about the chickens. Oh yeah. So it's a little sad, but it was funny then. But it might not even be that funny retelling it, but I just thought it was for it just shows you that like humor in really dark situations, does help a lot. I was on that live yesterday and this morning, and I'm on live with this guy, Dr. Wasim Alid, and he's a doctor in Al Shifa Hospital, which you've probably heard of. And he's an incredible human. I mean, just a really, had a chance to leave Gaza, didn't leave because he wanted to stay behind and help. So we're talking, just I think we had like a gift battle between me and Junior, which was fun. And so I turned on my camera, and I was right in front of one of my goofy ass looking chickens, and so I pulled my camera up, and I'm like showing them, and all the other people on the live, they're like, "Oh my gosh, like look at him, he's so cute." And the doctor goes, looks good." It's like, wait, hold on, dude. He was looking at my chicken like it was a snack. He was like, "Oh," he goes, for months, no chicken here in Palestine. He's like, "That chicken, delicious." I was like, "Oh my god, dude!" But yeah, it was in terms of the situation that he's dealing with. It's incredible how humans turn something into a smile. It's cool. But gold just had a massive end-of-day sell-off. Don't tell me that. Oh my god, bro. Are you like, when you say massive, are you like, what are we using as like a size guide here?
Pause.
Oh my goodness, you look so pretty. Mira. Let me see. That's a K-pop Demon Hunter shirt for sure. With your, oh my god. Get Coco out of here. Get her out of here. Get out of here. Are you serious? She punched me in the balls. Oh my god.
Ooh.
She just looked at me and hit me and then just fucking.
She was
You
like,
look,
fuck.
you look beautiful. That is, I'm glad. You like it? Did you see your blanket I got you? You saw your blanket? All right, cool. Ow, that hurt. The pants are tight. They're leggings.
The pants are tight.
Yes, I got Ellie a bunch of K-pop
My boy
Demon
got
Hunter
some
merch.
good-
We sat in my bed the other night and just shopped for K-pop Demon Hunter merch. She's like, "I want everything." Calm down.
And you wonder why she's spoiled like she is.
Yeah, right. Did you do it, Ruben? Oops, it was a 5-minute. Yeah, he said a massive sell-off. I'm like, dang, man, what are we using? What's the metric here? You must tell your girl the same thing. Anyway, no, sorry.
Dude.
Sorry. Yeah, but did oh my god. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. I'm not wearing leggings. My daughter, I bought her some K-pop Demon Hunter once. They were too big. Yeah, before I go, I just need BBL Ruben to tell me he's not on here.
So who are you going as, Potter?
What as for Halloween?
You going as the little blue tiger?
Nah. That thing's huge, dude. What are you talking about? That's a big ass tiger. Nah,
It should
dude.
be the crow with the hat.
I know I might use this hat, be the American version. No, I'm gonna be Anakin Skywalker. I already got the costume and everything.
Lame.
Nah, man, I can't. It came out too late, dude. Plus, I don't have like the complexion, dude. Korean people have the nicest skin.
You ain't got that Korean look.
Yeah, dude. I need to look like a
That K-pop
porcelain
look
doll, dude. I'd be looking at their
Just
skin.
borrow some makeup from Peyton.
Yeah, I got that, Ivy. It's my brother. I'm gonna be a pothole. No way. How are you gonna pull that off? He's gonna be a pothole. That's cool. Yeah. What are you guys gonna be for Halloween?